Hi everyone, we're back.
We are here.
I'm not going to introduce myself this time.
She's going to be stubborn.
But we are the Wildflowers.
Yes. I'm
Yes,
Carol,
we are.
Judy, and Peggy. Which one's?
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining
It's another
us.
day, another dollar.
Exactly. How's everybody doing?
We're doing well. Yeah, I think so. We're
good.
still here.
Yeah.
That is
That's
great.
good. Very cool.
What do we have to banter about today, ladies?
Oh, you know what? I forgot about bantering.
Yeah.
I have a word. I have
Okay.
several
Oh,
words.
look
but
at this. Newspaper comes out.
I know. Let's see. I had one from the last. These are boring words.
Oh,
do you
we
know
don't
what? Do you know what a Wainwright's is? W-A-I-N.
Yeah, it's a workman, some kind
Yes.
of craftsman, Wainwright.
Yes.
I forgot what it is. They work on a boat, on a ship?
Yeah, like
You're-
where they
you're
do
getting
with
there.
wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wagon builder.
Oh, okay. I knew it was some kind of
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
And go
Some
ahead.
kind of
You have
guy.
I
some-
thought it was like with a wheel or no.
And pother. It's
A
Say
what?
it again.
pother. It's
P-
P-O-T-H-E-R, but it's pronounced pother.
P-O-T-H-E-R, a pother,
No, I don't know.
is a potter with a lisp.
So close. It's someone who makes a commotion or a fuss. Don't be such a
Oh.
pother.
Oh,
And I
okay.
forget, I gotta write down what books I get these from, because
Yes.
when I'm reading these
No,
books
that's
and
a
I'm
good
like,
one.
oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
I'm
so-
gonna give you an old one that we already did, and let's see if you remember.
A quiz.
Now,
Oh.
one of them I really loved. It's such a fun word. Maybe we'll remember it because it was a very fun word. Quaffable.
Oh, you're drinkable.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
easily,
That
drink
was
easily.
I think we
Yes.
knew that one already. Or I did
think
anyway.
you
No, I don't think you did.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You're lying.
Peggy.
You try to act so
This
smart.
is very quaffable.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quaffable.
All right, how about taphophobia?
Is
Fear
it
of
T-A-
cemeteries.
P-
T-A-P-H-E.
Fear of cemeteries.
Fear of cemeteries.
You know what? I knew it was the same word. It's the fear of being buried alive, too.
And that's like a taphophile. So there's
Yeah.
that root
So
that you were talking about.
taphophile is that you love it.
Yeah.
Taphophobia is the fear of being buried alive.
I was thinking about that yesterday. Don't ask me why, because I don't remember.
Because it's
but
a
people being
horrifying
buried
thought.
with the
The
string
bell
and
and
then
the
the bell.
string.
Oh my God.
And then I used to wonder, it's like, did they really dig people up? If they, well, like, what if the wind just blew the bell?
Right.
Then would
Or-
they bury?
or
like,
if no one
dig them
heard
up?
Well,
the
I
bell.
guess like they're pulling it, so it would
Yeah.
be more than what the wind would be doing.
That's one scene in Double Jeopardy that just makes me crazy when and she's put in the coffin with a dead person, her ex-husband, because he's murdering people or whatever, and she finds that she's in this. She wakes up because she'd been
Oh,
knocked
that's
out.
the one with
Yes.
Ashley
Judd.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
that movie.
It's one of those movies that if it's on,
yeah,
I'll watch it.
I love that movie.
but that
That's a good
scene,
movie.
I'm like, oh my
I
God,
spent a lot
oh
of
my
time
God.
thinking about that. But like, so Peggy, I'm curious because you are a taphophile. You love cemeteries, but you don't want to be buried in a
No,
cemetery.
because I have taphophobia.
Oh, interesting.
I do not want to be in a coffin. The thought of being in a coffin and buried
Oh
underground,
God.
even
if
though
you
I'm
had the
dead,
bell, what if we said
I
we'll do a
wouldn't
bell
care what
and
you
we-
had. I would need like
And Carol
a big
will sit out there
glass
for like
thing over
48
me
hours.
so I can look out. I just know it's horrifying to me.
Really? Okay, gotcha. All right.
All right,
so-
I want you two to say this
Oh,
word.
I gotta put my glasses on.
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
No, it's pronounced
Ukulele.
ukulele.
Oh, because it's Hawaiian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ukulele.
ukulele. Yeah.
My daughter plays the ukulele.
I used to play the ukulele. I did. I had one. I taught myself
You
how to
better
play
bring
it.
it and perform.
I do not have it anymore.
I'll
This
bring
was
Daphne's.
years ago when my
You can
kids
play
were
hers.
when my kids were growing up. I used to
Oh
play
my
it. I taught
goodness.
myself how to play it.
Oh,
He
I
used to
love it.
play
Cool.
I'm Alabama bound. You don't need no EBGBs hanging around.
I love it.
Oh, I
Just
forgot
met
the
the
rules.
meanest man on earth, all I'm worth. Oh, I just paid
We're
to
gonna
put
turn
my
us
tootsies
into.
in an upper
We're
berth.
gonna submit this to the voice.
Oh,
audition.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, do you want to do wine?
Sure.
If I can find the bottle. Wait.
I did not kick it.
No, I know you didn't. I just, where the hell is it? Oh, it's right here.
You got it.
Okay. All right. So when this airs, it's going to be closer to Halloween, that kind of thing.
Probably, yeah.
So I got a wine called Vampire.
Oh, I think I've had that years ago.
You love vampires.
I do love vampires.
I know you do.
Yeah.
You love the book Dracula.
I love vampire stories. I love vampire movies.
And I'm the
Love
opposite.
them all.
I don't like vampire stories. I don't like
I've
vampire
had
movies.
many a vampire nightmare.
Sorry, we're
because they
cutting
are
into
very,
Carol's.
Whatever.
very scary.
Well, I loved Interview with the Vampire. I loved her Anne Rice's books, and I just.
I like the first three. After that,
Yeah.
I
the Queen
lost
of the
interest,
Damned.
yeah.
Just don't get into it.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is a Cabernet Sauvignon,
Oh, very nice.
2023. I have to read from the bottle.
Hit me.
Well, I can't until I read. I got
Oh.
Vampire Vineyards has a long tradition of crafting quality wines from Peruvian California grapes. Their Cabernet Sauvignon has enticing aromas. Oh wait, all right. So I'll have to pour first.
Yeah, so we'll smell.
So
That's
that
it.
I'm not.
Thank you.
That's good.
Mhm.
Miss Peggy.
thank you for the green glass.
I knew it. I knew it. Peggy.
Oh, and the color, that reminds me, for Aries is red and for you it's green.
And green's my favorite
Green's my
color.
favorite
And
color.
You can't be a Taurus. I'm sorry. But
Maybe I'm
I
part
own
Taurus,
green.
I don't know.
It depends when your moon might have been in. What zodiac?
Yeah,
sign it
you
was
know
in.
what, I tried to read about that and I said, this is
We'll
much
have to do
too
it more in depth
complicated.
later, yeah.
We'll have
But-
to get an expert in to read us.
So smell it.
Oh, smell it.
Mm-hmm.
I did smell it, it smells pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's toast to
Halloween.
Halloween.
I love
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween. I know you do.
Halloween
Happy
is
Halloween,
awesome.
everybody.
To vampires.
Oh.
To vampires
No.
everywhere.
Yes.
I don't want
May
to
they
toast to
suck
that.
the blood out of somebody.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not toasting to vampires.
What do you
Sorry.
want to toast to? How about
I'll
mummies?
toast to Halloween.
Zombies?
No, werewolves.
Witches?
What, you know,
Witches,
there's
witches.
also,
Okay,
there's
I'll
also
toast
a
to witches.
werewolf one.
Yeah.
of
Oh,
this.
okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Witches.
Witches.
Okay,
Okay,
two
there.
witches
To the
everywhere.
crucible.
The Salem witches.
Didn't Bill
Poor
Sheen
things.
used to call us the coven? Was it me, you, and Charlene?
Oh yeah.
He used to call us the witches coven.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay,
All
yours got up somewhere. All right, what are you tasting?
I like this.
I taste blood.
I almost spit my wine out. Okay.
No, I don't actually, and it's not even the texture I would have thought. It's very light.
Oh my! Oh, I don't think it's light at all.
I do. I'll taste it again.
I do not think it's light at all. It's very, very flavorful. That's for sure.
What are you
It's,
picking up?
I think it's.
You know what? I'm terrible at it. I just
No,
always
you're
say it's
not.
curry. I don't know.
No, when I say it's light, it's not a chewy wine. It's not thick. It's not to me like a typical Cabernet, which I like. As you know, I like a wine with a little
Oh, I think
chew.
this is full. I think this is a
I
full one.
kind of agree with Judy in a way. I feel like it's not as full as.
Well, you never agree with me.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Nope, not true.
I'm not your friend, no.
No, when
I'm gonna.
Nanny, nanny.
I don't think I like the taste of it. So
It's
I'll say that.
delicious.
Do you have a flavor that you're picking up, or do you want me to just read it?
Just read it.
Well, it's dark fruits. I'm gonna say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What? Give me one. Give me
I'm
one.
gonna
I'm
say.
pushing you on it.
You know what? I'm tasting.
Spice. There's pepper.
It does a little peppery. Maybe blackberries, something.
Blackberry's the first one. On
Okay. Okay.
And
And plums.
plum's the second one, and this other one
Vanilla.
is no mocha.
Oh.
I
That
would've
leads
guessed
into flavors of rich black currant and ripe black cherry. And the wine finishes with hints of cocoa and oak spice.
Wow, I wouldn't have
Oh,
picked
see,
up the
the
mocha or
spice,
cocoa,
yeah.
but the
You know, maybe the mocha is giving it that almost like flat taste on my
I
tongue,
can
like
see
that
that,
coating.
Mm.
I really like this one. I'm
No,
surprised.
I have to say this is a good wine.
Yeah.
I like this too.
And
Okay.
it's California, I'm assuming.
Yep. Price point.
Vampire. I'm gonna say $15.99.
I was gonna say 16, so
$12.95.
Yeah.
all right. So
And alcohol content.
I'm gonna go.
14.
No, I'm gonna do 12 and a half.
13.4.
Okay.
all right, so we're right in between.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, we're gonna put this over here.
I think
put
it's
it
a good
here, I'll
choice.
have
I'm
more.
good. So, wait, was that something you bought
In my-
purposely, or did it come in your box?
No, I bought it purposely.
Okay,
Here,
there
put
you
it
are.
on here on this.
Use the coaster.
Yeah, I've been going to Stu Leonard's. I was going to do, I think I told you, and then Natasha said she thought I'd already done it. I did Walking Fool, it's
Oh, I
called.
don't know that one.
But then I saw the vampire, well, what this time of year, I think I'll
Walking
do it.
Fool doesn't sound familiar, but you know it's funny.
You said to me,
Walking Fool?
yeah, you said.
No, she called you a walking fool.
No. Oh, maybe, yeah, I'm trying to remember, I do remember asking you, because I didn't want to tell you, because I was like, if I pick it. But yeah, anyway, maybe we'll do that some other time.
And remember we were talking about when you went out to the venues
Yeah,
and you had the Cabernet
Right,
Franc,
yeah.
it was Pamachuk,
Yeah.
Pamanook,
Pomegranate. Yeah.
Pamanook. The one that I tasted that we loved, because I bought it again, I found it on my order list,
Right.
Yeah, I'm listening.
was Puglisi.
Oh,
Cabernet
so
Franc.
it's from
I do.
Pomegranate?
That was, the one that she brought was Pamanook.
Oh, okay. And
So-
it was a Cabernet Franc?
Yeah, and we liked it very much. I think we gave
Which
it
we're
5
surprised
Wildflowers.
because,
Yeah.
I'm
The
I
Long
really don't
Island
like
ones,
the-
some of them I like, and
I
you know.
usually don't like any of them.
me neither, but I've been finding I can find some that I do like now.
I have a
Like I
feeling-
like that Cabernet
Yeah.
Franc, I like the Pomegranate one, and there was another white one that I had that it was a white Pinot Noir. I think that we tasted
that sounds familiar to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
I'm trying to remember if that
do
was
the
one.
book, because I might be a few minutes.
Oh, okay. So Carol has left us. So
Yeah,
it's just the two
okay,
of us.
so,
So why
you
don't
know.
you go into the book? Pat?
So I
That's
will
it.
go into the book
Yes.
anyway, because I've already talked to them about this book. I think I mentioned it also. Where's
I
my
like the
little
title.
list?
I like the title.
I need my little listy list. What am I gonna do with it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on, Peggy.
How are you not prepared? Come on.
I had it in my hands already. That's the
Did
odd.
it fall?
I don't know. Let me see.
What's the matter?
I lost her notes.
my notes for the book. I just
We're
have
really
it in my
screwing up
hand.
right now. 'Cause
I know,
I'm
we really
jumped up.
are.
Maybe we should pause until we
maybe.
find it. What do you think?
Yeah, let me
Let's
pause.
pause.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind. Here it is.
Oh, no, here we
No,
go. She
that's
found
not
it.
it.
No.
That's not it. That's not it.
All right, so why
I'm
don't
gonna
we pause? Yeah,
I
we're
wish
not
we had a
editing. We
remote.
don't edit, but we'll pause.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to pause.
Oh
Here
no,
it
it's
is.
right here. She left it behind the camera.
I did. Okay. So anyway,
Okay, so 3 bags full.
yes, this book is called 3 Bags Full, and it's by Leonie Swann,
Oh.
and it was translated from German.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I think she wrote it like 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, she
Love it.
She had a couple of other books. She grew up in Munich, and 3 Bags Full has been translated into 26 languages and won the prestigious Glasser Prize for crime fiction in the debut category.
Oh, so this is a mystery.
Yeah,
Wow.
as well as the PETA Award.
PETA, right?
PETA
Yeah, yeah.
Award. She has now published 6 books, including Agnes Sharp's series, which this is the only book. This and there's a sequel to it, which I have that I haven't read yet.
Okay.
So for some reason this summer I've been in a reading funk, and I couldn't, like, I picked up
It
books
happens.
that I didn't finish, which is unusual unless I hate the book. But
Did
I
we
did
not
it to
pause?
books that I
No.
was no. So I just, for some reason, I couldn't focus on reading.
Okay.
And I think it's a lot of things, you know, there's a lot going on in the world.
I might have an
And
idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, but anyway, it took me a long time to read this. I kept on putting it down and picking it up. And it wasn't because I didn't like it. I did like the book. I think it was a very original idea for a book. So 3 Bags Full is about a flock of sheep who one morning they get up and they find their shepherd murdered,
Oh.
laying in their meadow. And he has a spade stuck through his body.
Wow.
And this shepherd, his name was George, and he was kind of like a loner, and his whole life was his sheep,
Right.
and he used to read to his sheep. he used to read mystery
Oh,
stories.
I love that.
Not thinking that they understood what he was saying, and they really loved it. When he used to sit on the steps of his caravan, which I'm assuming is like an RV that he had in the meadow.
Yeah.
It's kind of where he
Where is
lived,
this
in the
set?
meadow. It takes place in Ireland.
I was gonna say he could be a gypsy.
Yeah, no, he wasn't
He
a
wasn't?
gypsy. No,
Okay,
he wasn't
gotcha.
a
All
gypsy.
right.
So, and he would sit on the steps of it, and all the sheep would come over in his flock, and he would read them stories.
Oh, I
And
love
one of
this.
them was like a romance one, but they were all revolved. They all had mysteries in them.
Yeah.
And once he read a book about sheep diseases that affect sheep, and that upset them. Then they were always scared that they were going to get the disease. It's a pretty funny book.
Oh, I love it.
It's a very heartwarming story too. And it made me want to go back to Ireland, because when I was in Ireland, I was obsessed with the flocks of sheep.
I know.
I took so many pictures of them. I have a great picture of a sheep. I was taking pictures of the flock from across the road when we were doing the Dingle Peninsula. And this one sheep looked up over the fence at me like, "What are you doing?" And there's all different sheep characters. Miss Maple, which I believe is a play on Miss Marple.
Marple, yeah.
She was like the really smart one. And then there was the one who had the good memory, and another one who had very good eyesight. And they all decided to work as a team to solve this mystery, who killed George. Then you get introduced to all the townspeople and all the different, like they keep on having different suspects. Everybody had something to gain, or
Right.
they had a grudge against George. So it's fun and it's lighthearted for the most part. It does have like some sadness to it too. So it's lighthearted even though it's about a murder, because it is. There's a lot of humor in it, and I love the way on every page there's a sheep on the bottom here in a different position. It's so I just love that they did that. So a shepherd is found dead in his field, first by the sheep in his flock. They're the first ones to find him. It turns out this shepherd George read mystery and romance novels to his sheep, not knowing that they understood. The sheep are very upset by the shepherd's death, and naturally decide to solve the crime themselves, since the police have failed.
What a unique.
It
love
really,
this
really
concept.
is, yes. Like some of the funny things are like they hear like the local priest talking. So they think he's God. And he lives in God's house. And like they really think, oh God, maybe God did it. And it's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
They're terrified of the butcher. Because the butcher's always looking at them like he wants to slaughter them.
Yeah.
So that when they see the butcher, they run away. They all
gosh,
run.
the Silence of the Lambs at the end. What the heck? I want to know what happens to the sheep when the guy's murdered. Like, what happens to them?
You gotta read it.
You have to read it.
I
You
want to
borrow
read
it.
I want to
borrow it.
I'm
It's-
borrowing like 2 books now.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
this as a sheep detective story.
I love this
just the
concept.
fact, just the fact that like people are like, what?
Love it.
What?
There is a sequel, and I have it, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's so.
Wait, you got the sequel?
Yes, I do. I bought them both at the same time. Oh, the sequel is Big Bad Wolf.
What's her name? Or the
Leonie Swann.
Leonie
Yeah,
Swann.
welcome to
I will
hang on
borrow
to
it.
it.
Thank
Yes,
you.
borrow it. And you know, in a normal circumstances, if I wasn't in such a funk this summer with the reading, I would have torn
Devoured
through it. You know,
Rescue
'cause-
from the Dublin Zoo. I've been there many times. That's
Well,
funny.
that's so cool. Really cute,
Yeah.
cute premise.
I know. I want to go back to Ireland and look at the sheep more.
You know, one thing that, writing workshops and teachers tell you is that there's no such thing as a unique idea. Everyone's written it before.
That's unique.
I like that one.
And I love it. Like, I love it. I love the concept of it. And I'm
Yeah.
not a mystery person. Like, I don't usually read mysteries or
Yeah.
or
But
get
this
drawn
is
to them. But
different.
this draws me.
Yeah.
I really like the
I
concept.
don't read mysteries either, and the reason why I ordered those books was because I was in Theater's books, and a customer was in there, and she was picking up the second book of that, and I happened to be standing there, and we got in a conversation, and I said, oh, She said, "Oh, you have to read them. It's about a flock of sheep. Their shepherd got murdered, and they solved the murder mystery."
Love it.
So I said,
Talking
"Okay."
to people.
So it's called 3 Bags Full.
Yeah.
By Leonie Swann.
And was this recently published?
20 years ago, but this
Oh.
is a
And
issue
I'm
of it.
sorry, you probably already said that. I just
Yeah, no,
my
that's
dog,
okay.
My
That's
dog
okay.
was having an issue.
So
So
are they all in now?
they're all in, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it.
So what would you? How many wildflowers?
Good.
Well, it's hard to rate it because of what I was going through when I read it, but I would give it at least a 4.25.
Nice.
that's
I'm
good.
looking
know.
forward
Now we're
to it.
getting into the
Yeah, I love it. I love good at you.
I think if I had read it at another time,
Yeah.
that I would have,
But that's a lot of times that is with books.
And it's important. I'm
Where
glad
we
you
are.
talked about getting in a reading funk because it happens,
Mhm,
and that shouldn't
yeah.
discourage anybody
Right.
Yeah.
from just saying, "Oh, I'm out of reading now," or "I'm not going to
Well,
read," because it happens.
The
Yeah.
fact that you said
Yeah.
that, if you're having a reading funk, how to rekindle your love of reading.
Tell us.
Do you want? Okay. So this was in the New York Times, and I think that a lot of this is obvious for us anyway. But if you're still like, oh, I'm not, or I don't read books.
Yeah.
I don't get into it.
Uh,
Just give this some, and I'm not going to read all the notes, but set aside a regular time, even if it's
That's what I
15
do.
minutes,
Mhm.
even if it's just
Bedtime.
like, okay,
For
that's
me, that's what I do.
I do it after dinner. I like to go outside
Yeah,
and
you
sit
do
and
it.
read until it's too dark.
yeah.
But this summer, I was getting attacked by mosquitoes
Oh my
every time I
God.
went out.
Right.
Yeah.
And some nights you just
Yeah.
can't, but you set
Yeah.
aside. That's your time.
Yeah.
This is something I know you do, and I know you do.
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 You said do.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ. Read something, reread something you love.
I do that often.
Democracy in
That's
America.
I
You read
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I reread.
I
I'll
read
reread
Jane
Jane
Austen
Eyre.
Yeah, Pride and Prejudice,
This-
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
something else that I can't do this because I just lose focus. But listen to a book.
No,
And
I
you know,
can't.
my novel's going to be an audiobook too.
It is. Who's
They're
going to
good.
do it?
They have this audio company that they. Oh, who's going to read? I don't know yet. Wouldn't know yet. I
Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I like the moth. I like the moth can
I
get you
love-
into because that tells you it's listening to stories.
Yes.
I do
Mhm.
enjoy the moth. So
I
don't-
love the
I
moth.
don't know about you with this next one. I don't know.
Oh.
I think I know you about this one.
tell me.
Know when to move on. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I do now.
Me too.
I do now. I never used to. I used
You
to
don't. You
say
don't.
I'm finishing it, and now I say I'm too old to waste my time
There's
reading
too-
something that I'm not
There's
enjoying.
too many books out
There's,
there.
what I will do. I read several books at once.
I
So
could never do that. I would
what
get them all
do.
mixed
So
up.
like right now I'm reading a very thick nonfiction book, but
Yeah.
I put aside another kind of self-help nonfiction book
Mhm.
that I put it because I was like, I don't really need this right now, but I've read half of it.
Yeah.
But I will go back. Like I can't. I have
You
to finish a book.
I find that
I used to be
nonfiction
like
books, because I'm not a big nonfiction reader, and when I do read one, once I get the idea of the book, I say, okay, I don't need to finish it. There's no plot. I don't have to find out what's going to happen.
I like to-
Well, that's going to be challenged because the three of us have decided that we're going to all read Kamala Harris's
We did,
book
yeah.
and dedicate a podcast discussing
We
it.
have to read that.
So-
Yes.
so
No,
that-
I bought a copy
Yeah.
too.
I
Yeah.
thank you.
No, but we all know what she went through, but
Yeah.
gotta read the book.
I'm gonna read
And
the book.
Okay.
So stay tuned. We will have a dialogue about that.
Okay, and this one, seek
Because it's very gossipy too, so I want to read it.
seek inspiration in different places. If you need
Yes.
book ideas, the New York Public Library's blog has inventive recommendations. But you, when you go to, like, you get a lot of used books.
I love used books.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the history of used books. I love when I see there are notes buried in there. I love it.
Yeah, browse the shelves, take time, get a library card and check.
Go
out-
into a bookstore and listen to what everybody else is reading.
Or like what Peggy did. She
Yeah.
like you talked to somebody
I know.
online, and then she got a recommendation, and then which led her to this book, which
That
now
was- yeah.
she's passing on to me because it's
Exactly.
intriguing. That's like you talk to
Yeah,
people.
you know,
Like
but if
when
you
you-
go into if you're fortunate enough to have a bookstore in your neighborhood,
Yes.
because bookstore people are full of recommendations, and no
Absolutely.
matter what your genre is, there's
And-
somebody in that bookstore who loves that too.
And I don't think they're trying to hard sell you. I think they're authentically telling you what
I'm
you
so excited.
Yeah.
I love this book, and you're gonna love it too.
All right, let me tell you what I do. I don't know if you guys do. How do you feel about this? But I have to say, and my girls would get embarrassed of it. But when I see somebody reading a book,
Oh, you
Oh,
have
I
to
love-
know.
I've
I'm
been
always
down,
like,
I tried
wanna
to
know-
look.
and I try to engage in conversation with
Yeah.
them. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're saying,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Right.
read.
And sometimes you get that, but usually I find more often than not they want to tell you about what they're reading.
Yeah, people like to
Yeah.
talk about, readers like to talk about
Readers.
books.
And then that's how we can talk in this world where we're finding it really hard to connect with people. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
just find this connection
Yeah,
with
books
with
bring
books.
people together.
Or magazines, like I read the New York. I have 2 New Yorkers in my bag right now. Like
I
like I'm
used
trying to
read
catch
that all
up.
the time.
I bring it on the train. I was coming back from the city last weekend,
Yeah.
and I'm reading that. Like you always have something to read, and
Yes.
that sparks conversation with
Yeah.
people.
Oh, absolutely,
You know.
absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to take over for
No.
you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have the
No,
topic.
but I was like, I was going to save this for another podcast, but I just felt like
No, it was a very good segue.
Yeah, we have to.
Well, my topic is gonna be a little heavy, and I'm so sorry, but it was sparked by something
Drink
I
your
read.
wine.
It was sparked by something I read, but it reminded me of something I saw with you. Years ago, we went to the movie theater and saw a movie called Lion. Lion was with Dev
She
Patel.
hated me for
I
that.
loved it.
Carol loves Dev Patel. It was a very well done movie, and the reason why I say that, not just because Dev Patel was in it and the acting was good, the plot was good, but it stayed with me for all these years. And what stayed with me the most, because this was a movie about, adoption, and set in India, and his life as a street child was the fact that there was something called a street children, and it bothers me that that's something that is a real thing, street children. And we're in 2025, and we are still, there is something called street children. That's a real concept, and I'm going to break down in tears just to think about that.
I know.
And I can't ever rewatch that movie.
She
I
really
will
got mad
never
at me.
rewatch. I had nightmares about this
She
movie.
really
It's a
got mad.
horrible concept to
Did you
think
see the
about.
movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I saw
I
it
mean,
twice.
I don't want to discourage anybody from watching. I think everybody should see this movie.
Because it's based on a true story.
It's based on a true story, and it's based on true things, right, Lacey? I know, but I mean, anyway, I don't want to spend that much time because that's not what my topic is about. But it's similar. It's a concept. I'm going to talk about another concept that I think about. Why is this really a thing? And it's child marriage.
Child marriage?
Yeah, child marriages.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
And I rack my brain, why is the word, the phrase child marriages in existence? The UN, the United Nations, has a definition of child marriages, an official definition. And it means a marriage, legal marriage, right, where at least one party is 18 years of age.
Wow.
So that means that the other party
Could
is
be
not
any age,
at
right.
least 18
Right.
years of age. This is a worldwide problem. Okay, and the reason why I thought about it, I send myself topics over, to keep ideas. And this week, I don't know if anybody saw, but there was an article in The Guardian, and it was called, I wrote it down because my printer was running out of ink, and it only caught some of it. So I know I wrote it down somewhere in my notes. Just bear with me. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, it came out September 25th, 2025. I'm not even going to read the author's name because it's a fake one. They say it. It's out of protection. They're covered. It's a
okay.
pseudonym, but it's, all right, I'll say it, Shams Ali. It's called, When I Married at 13, I was told refusal would end in my death. Now girls in Iraq as young as 9 face the same fate. Did you read this?
No.
All right.
No.
It showed up on my feed. I guess I know what I like, and so, or what I'm interested in.
I was gonna say, you didn't
I
get
don't
it.
like child marriage, but I mean, I am
Yeah.
interested in the concept, and I do follow it. So this is a woman, a young girl at the age of 13. She's a woman now who was forced to marry a man who was 29 years of age. Her parents threatened her if she refused him. Her father beat her and threatened her with throwing her down the well to die at her ancestor's home.
So
if
that was
she
her
refused.
options.
If she embarrassed him, embarrass the family in front of of the man's family if she refused him. She would beg her aunts had faced similar fates, who were married when they were young, to help intervene, but they couldn't help her. Now, this is Iraq, right? She was
Iran or Iraq?
You have to talk a little louder.
At Iraq, sorry, I do talk low, and I'm so sorry. So at the day of her wedding, she was at a salon getting her makeup done, and she's crying. The woman who was applying her makeup was crying with her because she knew what was happening here. Yeah. But the women, like you said earlier, we don't band together. No. If we banded together, we could stop this patriarchy BS. Yes. Right? There's power in numbers. Mm-hmm. They need us to create damn life.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. But they're not. We're living in fear.
Right.
Okay? And so this woman, this young girl at 13, was forced to marry a 29-year-old man. Okay. And at first, it was okay, right? Because he did what a lot of pedophiles, and I'm going to use that word because that's what it is. You're a 29-year-old who is sexually interested in a 13-year-old girl. You're a pedophile. Mm-hmm. Let's face it. And what a lot of pedophiles do is they groom their victims. So he made her feel important. He made her feel like he was encouraging her interests. Mm. But all he wanted was to use her body in a sexual way, because a 29-year-old interested in a 13-year-old is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. So it blows my mind. So I read that and I go, oh my God, it's crazy. Because we all know and we all read about how this element of marriage is present in religion and in cultures. Mm-hmm. But do a lot of people realize that how prevalent it is in the United States?
In the South, it's very prevalent.
I'm glad you said that, because there are 4 states in this country where there is 0 legal limit for how old a child has to be to get married.
Shall we guess?
Please, I wanted to see what you...
Okay, I would say...
Tennessee.
Alabama.
Alabama's a big one. Georgia.
Maybe Oklahoma.
Tennessee.
I don't know about Tennessee, although is that where...
let's see.
What's his face was from? Jay Lewis.
Don't say Texas.
No. I'm going to say...
Are we getting any of them right?
You got one of them right.
Alabama?
Oklahoma.
So not Alabama?
No.
Okay, not Alabama. Oklahoma. Kentucky?
No. I think you're going to be surprised.
Don't tell me it's Florida. It actually wouldn't surprise me if it was Florida.
No, actually, I was surprised it was Florida. So, Mississippi.
Oh, okay, I forgot about them.
Mississippi, you have no legal age for how young a child may be to get married. 0. Okay. New Mexico.
Oh.
That surprises me.
Wow.
Oklahoma. Yeah. I think we're all going to be surprised by this 4th. Well, I know it, so I'm not going to be, but you two will be. California.
Jesus.
Come on, Gavin Newsom. What is up with you? California has no legal limit for child marriage in the state.
Holy mackerel.
Wow, that's stunning.
They tried, and it failed. It failed. So,
I'm curious about the whole child marriage thing, not to interrupt you.
No, please do.
But is it always the older person is the male and the younger person is the female, or is it reversed?
Good question. I have some notes here. But 9 times out of 10, I would say typically it is the male that is older, and the woman, the child. Sorry, child is the younger one. Now, traditionally, there's usually, they say it's usually on average a 4-year difference, but there are a lot of discrepancies. Okay. So when I thought about this topic, I get so angry because I'm like, how weak men must be. Really. Yeah. We're submitting to this patriarchy of very weak-minded men. If they need to beat children, or like this example, what happened here in that article, to make themselves feel virile.
Yeah.
Right? Or worse, how sickly delusional men must be to pretend to care for young girls. Right?
And for all intents and
Just
purposes, they
to
rape them.
obtain, sexual gratification.
Yeah.
Weak men. We're dealing with weak men. Anybody who has a man who
Don't
has got
call
a
them
sexual interest in children is a weak-minded person.
Yeah.
So why are we defending this thing? So, all right. So God, as you can see, I have so many notes. All right. So I looked at a lot of statistics. So between 2000 and 2018, this is the United States alone. 300,000 minors, approximately, were legally married in the United States. Okay. Now, minors cannot legally consent, right, to join the military. They can't legally
They
vote.
can't vote. They can't drink.
And in many
They can't drive.
and in many of these states, they cannot legally obtain a divorce either.
Oh God.
So they can get married,
Right.
but they can't get divorced, right? And in a lot of states don't accept minors in domestic violence shelters.
Wow.
So if you find yourself in an abusive
This is very,
situation and you're a
enlightening,
minor,
'cause I
you
didn't know
can't
about
go
this.
into domestic violence. So the highest rate of child marriage, and you want to know the states that have the highest rates of child marriage in our country?
Okay. Oklahoma.
Well, yes, but West Virginia, Florida, Texas, Nevada, Oklahoma, Arkansas, California, because there's no minimum there.
Yeah.
Come on, Gavin Newsom. Tennessee, and North Carolina. According
Okay.
to a Frontline report, the states with the highest rates of child marriage in 2010. All right, I said
It's
a lot
all
of
in the
them.
South.
It's all in the South. In Florida, 16,400 children, some as young as 13 years of age, were married from 2000 to 2017, which is the second highest incident of child marriage after Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. Surprisingly, though, let's be fair, in New York, because that's where we live, in New York, more than 3,800 children were married between 2000 and 2010.
What's the age in New York?
They didn't say in this one here. But still, your children, it shouldn't matter.
No, I know,
Because our
but-
bodies are not developed when
The
at a
mind's
younger
not
age. The
developed.
mind is not fully developed.
No.
And if we don't have the protections, we're children. It shouldn't matter how many or how old they are.
Yeah.
You're a child.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to the data compiled here, looked at almost 200,000 cases of child marriage from 2000 to 2015. 67% of the children were aged 17. Okay, 29% of the children were 16. 4% were 15. Less than 1% were 14, but there were 51 cases of 13-year-olds getting married and 6 cases of 12-year-olds getting married.
Oh my God.
We all have no children and have children to think about that. The general age of marriage, however, in different countries, like Puerto Rico, which is a commonwealth of the United States, so is 21. 18-year-olds can marry with exceptions. So I'm like, Puerto Rico, with people, you may not think they have a stricter sense
Yeah,
of what we have here. We are, this is something I wanted to point out. Okay. So I talk about the United Nations, how they define child marriage. The United States is the only United Nations member state that has not ratified the Conventions of the Rights of the Child. I don't think it's going to happen during this presidency either.
No.
No, he's a
Do
pedophile
we
too.
have those Epstein files yet? No,
Yeah.
we don't. Okay,
Yeah.
just remind us
No,
this
no,
year.
no
We
Epstein
probably
files.
Yeah,
don't
no,
have
but
them
we
either.
got Amelia Earhart.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it reaffirms that, and that what is that? It reaffirms that that the minimum age, if I can read my own writing, should be 18 for marriage. That's all it says.
Yeah.
The minimum age should be 18 for marriage.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense to me.
And so I talk about the 4 states. So currently, child marriage, however, is legal in 34 states, right? 16 states ban it completely with no exceptions. and I think that's great. So you can't have your parent consent to it. Who are those states? That's Delaware, which is the first state.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, Delaware was the first state to do it. Well done, Delaware. New Jersey was the second state. Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Rhode Island, New York, Massachusetts, Vermont, Connecticut, Michigan, Washington, Virginia, New Hampshire, Maine, Oregon, and Missouri. So they come into it later in some cases.
I'm surprised about Missouri.
Yeah, they did do it. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Some states, minors cannot, I always talk about cannot legally divorce. All right. What's the problem with child marriages? Which should be obvious, but I thought in case it's not obvious to you, let's talk about some consequences for this. Well, there's a greater risk for sexual misconduct, right? Misconduct and abuse, psychological trauma, a risk of death or injury in childbirth because their bodies are not developed.
No.
So you're getting a 12-year-old pregnant, you're getting a 9-year-old pregnant,
Our
you're getting
hips didn't even spread yet.
They are not ready,
Yeah.
and they are dying in childbirth. But we all care about children, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know, insurance companies still don't insure fetuses, which I think is interesting. I talked about that on an older podcast. I was reviewing
Right,
something,
right,
so
right.
they all think that this is a human life, but insurance companies don't give
Yeah.
insurance for that.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
So, another
Okay.
Yeah.
What's being done about it? Well, people are trying. I printed out this bill and read the whole damn thing. Okay. There's a bill in Senate called Senate Bill 4990. It's the Child Marriage Prevention Act of 2024. Sounds great, right? We should do that. It was introduced in the Senate on August 1st, 2024 by Senator Durbin. Kristen Gillibrand supports this as well. It's stuck there.
Yeah.
It hasn't moved at all.
No.
Wow.
At all.
And it won't, not in this
This is the most
administration
movement
with
this bill
Congress.
has gotten here because
Yeah.
this is it. It hasn't moved at all.
I just love your energy, though. But no, it's,
Why? Because we're too busy doing stupid things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Right? With our government. We're
Stupid.
too busy,
And
doing
because-
other things that have no bearing, but we're letting child marriage happen still.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though there's a bill to stop this.
Because that's infringement on their constituents' lives.
Well, those people in the Epstein
congressmen
files
and-
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so why do I care? Like, why do I bring this up? Well,
Well,
we should all care because,
Okay.
there's a link in Project 2025
Yeah.
to attacking all of this and making this a little bit more normal. There's a movement, people, wake up to going back to a patriarchy.
Yeah.
What does a patriarchy mean? The time when people got married younger, when people like Elvis would marry a child.
Exactly.
When people like, Jerry Lee
Jerry Lee
Lewis,
Lewis married
would
a
marry
14-year-old,
child, and we would celebrate these people, right?
Mhm.
That's the kind of movement this country wants to go back to.
Sure.
And
Can I just? do you
sure,
mind if I
please,
just
no,
say
please, because I could go on forever.
Yeah,
Stop
no,
me.
I have a clear memory of visiting my grandmother who lived down the road from us, and I'm just a child, and she's crying to me, oh, they had me marry your grandpa, and she was living up in the mountains or whatever, and this inspired a lot of my writing, but she was like, she was 15 and he was 25, and she was still haunted by it because she's crying to me. And I was like, and I didn't really, I mean, I was so young myself to
Yeah,
connect
probably
with it.
didn't understand.
At the
No.
end, and you were young, and 15 probably seemed older for you.
Yeah,
too, 'cause-
exactly, yeah, I was definitely
We all
younger
think-
than
yeah.
that when she was crying to me about it. But I'm like, how did that all transfer? Like, she didn't say, oh, I was so in love or anything. She's just
No.
like, they took me away, they brought me, like, I don't know the whole story. I would love to know the whole story.
In a lot of cases, it was the family needed to get rid of their kids because they
Yeah,
couldn't afford to keep
afford
them,
that.
so
Right,
let's
right.
marry them off.
Right.
Yeah, it's an arrangement.
Yeah.
It was a business. It's chattel.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
chattel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, I'm glad you said that because it gives a real world perspective in the
Mhm.
United States. This doesn't just happen in India.
Yeah, it didn't
Or in
happen only
Iraq.
or 100 years ago.
Right.
It happens now.
And it's not happening in countries where we can't pronounce
Right,
names. It's
right.
happening in the United States.
Yeah.
Right.
And it happened, this is our history, and it's still happening. And this is what Project 2025 wants to bring us to, and how they're doing it. It's not like they're going to just say, oh, please everybody marry young girls.
Yeah.
Well, no. And
They're not going to make it illegal, hence that bill sitting.
it's sitting here,
Just
not
wasted
getting
away.
movement,
No.
and it's not going to, We know the interest in young girls has always been there. Epstein files.
Yeah.
We know there's powerful men who somehow need to feel more powerful by raping young girls and children.
Yeah.
And they all band together and don't want to identify themselves.
Right.
But we all know who they probably are. But what else is, project, well, how can we do? So I've read the Project 2025, as you know. All right. And a lot of, even though I can't directly relate it to the administration, because the administration has publicly said they don't even know about it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say that because I'm going to take them as their word. But a lot of Project 25 seemingly is happening right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So how is that is? Well, limiting reproductive rights was one of their main goals, right? Reproduction is a woman's
prerogative.
Is a woman's ability,
Yeah.
right? We create life, right? So how do they do that? They limit rights to abortion. Oh, that's happened already. Contraception, Healthcare Act is birth control, like you just said. Well, just this week, I don't know when this is going to end in October, but just this week, there's been an attack on mifepristone, which is the after birth, the morning after pill.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I saw that.
Okay. So they're coming for that, and all of healthcare, and we're facing a government shutdown this week, and one party is insisting on guaranteeing health care under Obamacare, and another party is insisting that it not be in there just to keep the government funded. Ignoring the fact that Medicaid and Medicare was demolished with the last bill. So,
and it hurts mostly women.
It hurts mostly women because women create life and men can walk away.
That's right.
And then if they don't have the resources to care for these children, then they are stuck with these children, right? So how else is banning terminology related to sexual orientation in our laws, in our education, in our workplace, diversity, equality, and inclusion. We've all heard of DEI. That's now a bad thing to say.
That's right.
And it's not only bad to say, it's becoming unlawful in the federal place, right? Federal laws are being scrubbed of all of this. Our museums are being scrubbed of our history.
All the programs that protected those people are all scrubbed. They're gone.
Elimination of sex discrimination, amongst others. We're stopping disparate impact standard. That's how this is built on case law, on how we get to prove that women were treated differently. All these years we were paid differently. We had different workplace expectations. We had different education standards, different sporting expectations, right? We're not allowed to own a home, own credit.
I got my first credit card in 1974 without my husband's permission.
Which was the year after the law changed.
Yep.
Because that law came in 1973. Thank you, Ruth.
And I didn't need my husband on the account. I was so happy.
Right. All of that because it was proven by women it did not satisfy the disparate impact standard. So that's now not the standard federally. Okay. Federally funded programs are getting cut, especially when it comes to gender discrimination. And this is not just gender discrimination for transgender, which is wrong. I'm going to say it out there. It's wrong to scrub it for that, or gender identity, but it's also it impacts women as well. Okay, it disavows abortion as part of healthcare. So if you need an abortion, right, this is what Project 2025 wants you to do. If you need an abortion for a medical necessary reason, it's not considered part of healthcare. What does that mean? Your insurance won't pay for it.
That's right.
Okay.
But rich people won't be in that position.
No.
They'll be able to go privately and pay for it.
No.
It'll only impact like working families
people
and
that can't
poorer
afford
people.
to,
Exactly.
It wants to also resurrect the Comstock Act, a 19th century act which was shot down and overturned many times, which dealt mostly with pornography. We talked about this act briefly when I spoke about, I think it was last year around Aprilish, of Madame Restell. It wants to apply this now to abortion. So any literature or anything related to abortion, supplies, anything going through the mail that can be used for an abortion or to educate for an abortion, they want to outlaw that, which means even if the state you're living in legalize abortion, if they need to rely on a medical equipment, is he okay?
He's in my bedroom now.
He's
wanna go check?
yeah, he's
Yeah,
standing
I
in
wanna-
the
go check.
kitchen.
For
Well, I'm
abortion,
gonna say right now, they're gonna go back to hangers.
Right.
That's what they're
Yeah.
gonna
then you know they're
He's right
go-
here, Carol.
Oh, okay. Then they're going to
do.
make that illegal. And if anybody is a historian or wants to read about it, but when the Comstock Act was, Comstock Act was in existence and when abortion was illegal, abortions actually went up. Look at the statistics. Abortions went up
Yeah.
because people needed them.
Yeah.
Okay. Consequences for women, employment. It's ending the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission requirements for larger corporations. So that means women are going to go back to being paid less,
That's right.
being held at lesser
And they'll
jobs.
just say, you're lucky you have a freaking job.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you
And-
were told that, weren't you?
Yeah, you were.
Didn't somebody say that to you?
Oh, that happened to me when I
Yeah.
was
That's what I'm
fighting a
saying.
union. I wanted
Yeah.
to go on strike.
Well, that's funny what's happening with unions. I didn't write that down,
Yeah.
but with unions, there's an attack on our unions.
Yeah.
Federal government is voiding contracts for unions. There's an attack in the private sector for unions. Well, who is the biggest beneficiary of unions is women,
Yeah.
right? Because women, they're some of the strongest members of unions because they guaranteed equal pay.
Yeah.
They are guaranteed paid time off leave, so they can go and care for their family.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But there is an
Benefits.
attack on it. If you weaken unions, you weaken the protection for women. And if women are weaker and if they're not guaranteed equal pay, equal rights, equal leave, right? Or not guaranteed health care or education or tax breaks. I mean, just so you know, right now with Project 2025, their goal, a family of four making $100,000 will pay on average about $2,600 increase in taxes. But a family of four making about $5 million will see a tax decrease of $325,000. It's to keep us down.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's why it's important. And so I keep my pulse on child marriages, which should not even be a real term, but it is. Because I see this all playing right into the hands of Project 2025.
Yep.
Because if you can get children married more, there's a movement to have more charter schools with more of a religious base. Your wacko out of Oklahoma, which put certain Bibles in the school, certain political Bibles in the school, left to start his own religious wacko school, right? If we see more of this happening, which it is, they're in favor of this, right, under Project 2025. We're going to see more preaching that girls should be leaving education. Girls should be getting married earlier.
That's right. And devoting their lives to their husbands, supporting their
And
husbands,
as
and
somebody
having
recently
children.
said, have their vote be one, a family household,
Oh my God.
Almighty, almighty.
right? Which is going backwards
really
to a
depressing.
patriarchy.
Yeah, thank you
All
very
of
much,
you
Judy.
watching this, you know a girl, you know a woman, you're a teen. We've come too far to succeed power back to a
Yes.
patriarchy.
Yeah. We have to fight. And if you don't have anybody in your life that you think, oh, this doesn't affect me, or this...
It affects everyone.
It affects everyone.
Everyone. And it's
Every woman, even the women that vote
palpitations
for-
from this.
A
These
patriarchy
things.
is guided by fear. That's what it is, like a despot, like an authoritarian, like that parable you read at our last parable.
Exactly.
It is guarded by fear. Do we want a society guarded by fear, or do we want a society guarded by equality?
Well, you look at the protests, like in California a couple of months ago, and he sends in the National Guard now.
Yeah.
He was trying to scare people
Right.
from voicing their opinions for protesting against
Right.
what is going on in this country. And it's all about, and you're right, it's all about fear.
It's about
like
fear.
make people afraid.
Fear is a very powerful thing.
Yeah, and
Well,
this-
look at the Congress. They're all afraid too.
Yeah, and I don't get that, but
Well,
whatever.
they're greedy too.
Well, that's that. It's funny, not funny, haha, but Peggy and I were talking, and I thought I was the only one thinking this, but Peggy was thinking it too, because I'm like, sometimes when I'm going to a rally or a protest, however you want to word, I'll say to somebody, it's like, well, you should know I love you in case I get shot.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, don't say that. I'm like, it's not an impossible thought because of what's going on. Yet, like we all said, it's not going to keep us from going.
No, it's not going to.
It's not going to keep us from going because this is far too important. It's like, I don't have grandchildren. You have children, you have grandchildren. But still, if I were, I would want somebody fighting for me.
We're coming up upon a very important part in our history. Next year is going to be the 250th anniversary of our democracy.
Imagine the parades he'll give himself.
I just think whatever happens, I want to be on the right side of history.
Yes.
Speaking up for what our forefathers have fought for.
Yeah.
What we put in our Constitution, our Bill of Rights. We want a democracy, not a king.
Right.
No.
If you're on the fence, you're like, well, maybe they're being hyperbolic, maybe, whatever. Just pay attention. I can't listen to him, and I just can't listen to him. But if you still are willing to listen to him when he's talking, ask yourself, is he asking us to be loyal to the Constitution?
No, he's not, because he's not loyal to the
Or
Constitution.
is he asking us to be loyal to him? And like Judy said, he wants to be the king. And part of it is because he doesn't want to lose that power, because he knows he might go to jail because of all the criminal acts he has done.
Well, I didn't say him per se. I said we should not want a king. We should want to support democracy and support our Constitution.
Right, exactly.
Right? And so if anybody,
That
I don't
came from
care,
my mouth,
I don't
just
care if
so you
any
know.
party, whether it's a Democrat or Republican, if we
Exactly.
have anybody asking us to be more loyal to one person over our Constitution
Right.
or over our Bill of Rights, then that's a problem. That's a problem. And so be on the right side of history and just pay attention and see how it all kind of works together. Like, I was really surprised when you really think, and you could start connecting the dots.
Yeah.
If you read Project 2025, it's out there.
Yeah.
Still, read the dots of what's happening. And and like you said at our last podcast, Peggy, is vote for your local people, because this is where it's going to really start.
Yes.
That's right.
And affect you the most in a lot of ways.
Well, now that
you made me want to drink this whole bottle of
so
wine.
Sorry.
don't be, no, we have to face
I
this.
know.
I
know.
That's why we did our podcast. Right?
Exactly.
We want to be
That's
able to talk honestly
That's
about
right.
what's happening in our lives.
Exactly. And tell us what you're reading. We would love to hear what you're reading. And what's that book not the one you
From Dictatorship to Democracy.
That's right. Get yourself
by
a copy.
Gene Sharp.
Get yourself a copy. Just see if you can make some comparisons.
Yeah, or Democracy in America by Alexis de Tocqueville, or watch The Lion.
Yeah.
That movie was a very good movie, Carol.
I know.
And it's we could do another topic on that one.
Yeah.
There's so many things in that one, but it's a big problem.
Well, thank you, Judy.
Yes, thank you. Very
And
good
thank you for the
topic.
book.
Thank you.
And
You're welcome.
and thank Carol for the wine.
Yeah, it was very
No,
good.
it's not bad. It was very good. I liked
The
it.
vampire wine.
I'm surprised. I didn't think I would. Bye, everybody.